Hi, my name is Miss Pat, and I'm a teacher at the Boone County Conservation District. And today we are going to talk about the animal group fish. And you should all know one thing about fish. Fish have to live in the water. They can live in salt water, they can live in fresh water, which includes ponds and lakes and rivers and streams, but they all live in water. And there's lots of fish in the world. There are over 30,000 different types of fish, and scientists are discovering more every single day. Fish can be small, they can be large. In fact, the largest fish is a whale shark, and it can grow to be 40 feet long. And the smallest fish are less than an inch. They're only about that big. So what else makes a fish a fish? Well, most important is that fish need to live in the water. And to live in the water, they have a special organ called gills, because they need oxygen to survive, just the same as you and I do. But they don't have lungs, they have these gills. And the gills take out oxygen from the water and let the fish use it to breathe. Now, if you look at this bluegill here, you can't see their gills because their gills are covered by a flap of skin. But when you look at this shark, you can see his gills on the side because he doesn't have a flap of skin. But the gills work both the same, whether you can see them or whether you can't. What else makes a fish a fish? Well, fish are all vertebrates. They all have a backbone. They also all have an endoskeleton, or a skeleton on the inside of their skin. Fish are also ectothermic, or cold-blooded. That means that they can't regulate their temperature by themselves. Their body temperature is regulated by the water around them, the temperature of the water. That's why in northern Illinois, fish, while they don't hibernate in the winter, they do become much more still, and they will go towards the bottom of the pond or the lake or the river and stay there over the winter, where the water might be a little bit warmer and it's not frozen solid. Also, most fish lay eggs, and most fish have scales. Now, if you look at this bluegill, you can see that he has scales, but the shark doesn't. He just has smooth skin. And you can actually tell how old a fish is by his scales, because fish don't lose their scales grow, and each year when they grow a little bit more, they'll make like a little line. So it's almost the same way as you can tell the age of a tree, because it has a tree ring. Well, the scales will have little lines on them, so they can tell how old a fish is. Fish can either be carnivores, which means they eat meat, like both the bluegill here and the shark are both carnivores, or they can be herbivores, like the clownfish Nemo in the movie Finding Nemo. He was an herbivore, and so is the blue tang that Dory is. They're also herbivores. The little tiny fish minnows, they're omnivores. They eat little plants and little animals as well. So let's review what we have learned about fish. Fish have to live in the water. They have gills to breathe. They don't have lungs. They're vertebrates. They have a backbone. They're ectothermic, and they're cold-blooded. Most fish lay eggs. Most of them have scales. And fish can either be carnivores, omnivores, or herbivores. So I hope you enjoyed learning about fish, and we'll watch some of our other videos on different animal groups.